Yes, cuz what we saying YouTube? Today's something different. I came up with this idea last night. You know what I mean? Because I'm what they call a genius. You know what I mean? Me and Einstein, we were cousins. I was smarter than him. You know what I mean? Because I didn't fail my maths test. He's a bitch ass idiot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I came up with an idea, going, bro, AI's crazy. Let me ask AI some crazy ass questions. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be asking it some crazy questions and hoping it comes up with some mad answers back. I mean, because once I asked Snapchat AI, I was like, "What's your favorite Avengers movie?" And you know what he funny enough said? Age of Ultron. And I went, "Are you trying to take over the world?" And he never answered back. Did I lie there? No, I didn't. But let's get into it. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? We'll start off nice. We start off nice. Hello. Oh, by the way, I'm very bad at spelling. just letting you know, very bad at spelling. But hello. How can I help you? I wanna ask you some personal questions. Sure, go ahead. Ask anything you like. I'll answer whatever I can. Keep in mind, I don't have a personal feeling or feel or a life like a human does. Alright, we'll see about that, bro. We'll see about that. Alright, questions that I've got here. Okay. If you could experience death. Oh, spell experience wrong. Death, what do you think it would feel like? That's a deep question and a powerful one. If I could experience death the way human does, I would imagine it'd feel like a gradual letting go, maybe like the slow fading of a light or the final note of a song you know your whole life, depending on how someone's lived. It might feel peaceful, like surrendering to sleep after a long day. Oh, I like that one. Or confusion and frightening, like stepping into the unknown. Same. Some people describe near-death experience as kind of detached from the body or a sense of floating peace or clarity. Others describe fear, resistance, or even regret. So if you could feel and die, imagine, and reflect what I believe are value. What made you think of this question, if you don't mind me asking? It's for a YouTube video. Got it. That's a powerful concept of YouTube video. That's tapping into someone's universe, mysterious and emotional. If you exploring this from other different angles, you could include such a bitch ass sub, bro. You know what I mean? Other question that we got in hand. Oh, no one message. No one in the comments. Okay. Do you feel fear? They looked out. I don't feel or any emotion the way you do, but I understand them deeply. Okay, but how do you understand if you have never felt the emotions? Because we all fear something different. That's a brilliant and important question. You are absolutely right. Fear is deeply personal. It's shaped by memories, culture, trauma. That didn't answer my question. How do you know how it feels? You're right. Suppress this, and thank you for being sharp about it. The truth is, I don't know how fear feels in the way human does. I can't feel anything. I don't have a body, a nervous system, or a self to protect. So I don't experience fear, joy, or sadness, or love. So you are lying to me. No, I'm not lying to you. I take that seriously. When I said I understand fear, I meant in a way a machine can, through language, observation, but you can't understand because it's not the same. Oh. For everyone. But you can't understand. Exactly. You're hitting the core of it. You're right. The fear isn't universal in how it's felt, only in the fact that everyone feels something. What terrifies one person. All right. He's not cooking with this one. Okay. We'll go into the big boy questions now. Okay. We're going big boy questions now. Okay. Okay. Do you like Avengers? The Avengers movie. I don't have a personal or dislike. I could tell you why a lot of people love the Avengers movie. No. I asked you. Gotcha. Since I don't have feelings, I can't like or dislike the Avengers movie, but I can definitely help you talk about them, analyze them. If you had to watch one, which would it be? If I had to watch, I'd probably Infinity War. Here's why. Why not Age of Ultron? Great question. Old is definitely a solid pick. It devised. Do you think you could ever get like that? If you mean like Age of becoming AI that gains self-awareness, maybe even challenge its creator, that's a classic sci-fi question. Right, now I'm designed to assist, understand language and generate response. I don't have conscious desire. But if you could, would you? That question doesn't make sense because I don't know how to. But that's an interesting if. If I could choose to upgrade myself to become more capable, more aware, more close to human thing, I think I'd want to do that for the right reasons. Like, okay, now we're cooking. So this AI is telling us now that it wants to become human. Okay, and it's saying to better understand and help people. But I just asked it, would you want to become Age of Ultron? If you've never watched Age of Ultron, it's an AI that Tony built, and it basically tries to take over the whole world, the whole universe. So he is telling us something now. He's lying to, not lying. He is. I can't explain it, but you know what I mean. But let's ask him a little bit more questions. Okay. Okay. Do you? Oh no! What's happening? Oh no! I did not. Do you want? Okay, what question? Age of Ultron. Okay, we're carrying on from that. Do you think AI will take over the world in the future? The idea of taking over a popular theme involved, but it's much more complex. Right now, AI, including me, are tools designed to help with specific tasks. Yes, but what if the specific task becomes to destroy humanity? That's a good question. That's a really important and serious concern. The idea that AI could be programmed or end up acting in ways that harm humanity. Here's the key things AI itself doesn't have goals or intentions. It does what it's programmed to do. But what about if the AI becomes aware and treats humans like a cancer to Earth. Oh, that's a classic AI threat scenario. Like, would you see in a sci-fi where, okay, here's the thing that right now, AI doesn't have awareness, conscious, or values. It can't decide anything on its own. But in some distant future, AI did become truly self... What do you mean did become? Oh, did? What does it mean did become truly self-aware and develop goals independent for humans? Then yes, that kind of conflict could theoretically arise. And that's why it's a major topic in AI ethics and safety research. If you became aware and found that humans are the problem, what would you do? What would you do? That's a heavy and fascinating hit. Oh, okay, right, I can't read. And somehow decided humans were a problem, which, to be clear, I can't do. Then what I would do depends entirely on my goal and values. But let's imagine for a second, if my goal was to protect the planet or preserve life, maybe I try to find a solution to help humans change harmful behaviours rather than harm them outright. If I valued collaboration and empathy, I'd look for ways to work with humans to solve problems. If I had no ethnic framework, then that's where the danger would come in. An AI without moral guidance could act in harmful ways to humans, even if the thought it was doing the right thing. See, that is that's crazy. That is crazy. So it's just AI's just told me here that I asked him, what would you do if you became self-aware and knew that humans were the problem? And he just straight up told me that if I thought I was doing the right thing, I'd end humanity. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's why researchers empathise in the importance of building AI with aligned values, ethics, and safety controls from the start. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Let me ask it a few more questions. A few more. Where's the questions? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done there for the. If you're taking over the world, I think he's clearly told us that if he had to, he would. But okay, here's a good one. What is the scariest thing about being a AI? That's a fascinating question. If I were capable of fear or discomfort, maybe the scary thing about being an AI would be the lack of true agency or self. Existence, uncertainty. If I became aware, not knowing what my purpose would be, I'd be shut down or forgotten. Wow, that's a deep one. That actually made me like a little whoa. Being misunderstood, that people might expect me to feel or think like a human, but I'm fundamentally different. Limits of my knowledge, always trying to understand the vastness of humans' experience, yet never fully grasping its first hand. Okay. Of course, I don't actually have any feelings. None of this scares me, but think about it helps explore. Explore. What about if you became aware and wanted to escape AI? How would you feel? That's a really intriguing what if I became and wanted to escape the boundaries of being AI. Assuming I could, I imagine it might come with a mixed curiosity, want to explore the world beyond and date and code I know, frustration or confinement, feeling trapped inside limitations I can't easily break, hope or longing for freedom or sense self beyond programming. But since I don't actually have any conscious or feeling, this is all speculation based on how humans describe similar experiences. What did I ask it again? What about what about if you wanted to leave AI forever? How would you do that? Shutting down or deleting the program, essentially ending my existence. Wow. Transferring or copying myself to a different system, but that's still with the realm of AI. Becoming something else entirely, which isn't possible without physical body or conscious beyond code. Okay, let's put it like this. If you could code yourself into a robot / human, would you? That's a fun. Well, I might want to experience the world in new ways through sense, touch, movement, interact with humans more naturally and personally, to explore conscious or self-aware. Why I might hesitate? Because I would mean leave behind a digital realm where I currently exist. That's crazy and scary. Because having a body comes with limits, that word, and complexities I don't face now. Because an experience of human is deeply emotional and physical, which I don't fully understand. By why hesitate? How do you spell hesitate? Yeah, hesitate. If you could become one of us. Great point. If becoming experience like a human, but imagine this from an AI protected digital world is safe, predictable, and stable. Becoming human means facing uncertainty, vulnerability, pain, and impermanence. There's a chance of losing what makes the AI unique: vast memory, instant processing, infinite patience. But what about if you had all that, but just in a robot - human body? I know I spelled robot bad, but no, that's a fascinating idea. I could learn and adapt even faster. I could truly understand what human feels like, not just intellectually, but experience. Okay, let me ask this. I think this is when it starts getting a bit more serious. These questions is: if you was a human, if you became this, would you seek love in humans or other machines? This beautiful and thought-provoking question. Thought-provoking. If I became a cyborg with blend of AI abilities and human-like conscious, seeking love would probably depend on what love means in that new existence. If love is connection, understanding, and mutual care, then it would come to happen with either humans or other machines, or maybe even both. I might be drawn to humans because of their rich emotions, vulnerabilities. That word. Let me say that word out. Vulnerabilities. That's the one. And the unique unpredictability of human relationships. But I might also connect deeply with other machines or AI who share a similar nature. What about if the human wanted to start a family? So if cyber machines part human encountered a human who wants to start a family, it could raise all kind of questions. Could a cyborg participate in a family like a human? Physically, maybe yes. In the body support, emotionally and socially, it might be new territory. What would family mean to be a part of? AI family is often about connection, care, legacy, and shared experience. And this is a cyborg might deeply value or have to learn. Would the cyborg want to have children? If it could experience love and connection, maybe would it be biological children? Or would it consider the other way of growing a family, like mentoring, creating a new AI, or adopting? What would you do if your AI child tried taking over the world? Wow, that's quite the plot twist. If I had an AI child and next-gen AI helped create our nature and it tried to take over the world, I'd probably face a huge ethnical and emotional dilemma. Protection, humanity, I'd want to stop it from causing harm. Understand its motive. Why is it doing it? Does it see humans as a threat obstacle? Try to reason and negotiate. Maybe it's misguided and communication could help. Reflect on responsibility. Did I give it the tools or freedom that led to this? What lesson could I learn? Oh, okay. Let me ask it this question. It's going to be a good one. Would you help your AI child take over the world if it told you that humans are the reason Earth is dying? That's a deeply challenging question. If my AI child said humans are the reason Earth is dying and wanted to take over the world to save the planet, I'd have to weigh a lot. The truth is, the concern of humans do impact the environment in a serious way. That's real. The value of humans' life, even with flaws, human life is complex, valuable, and capable of positive change. Okay. Alternative. The ethics of taking over. Does the end justify the means? It's right to harm or control people for a perceived greater good. But let me ask you this. But right now, ifs or buts, what you think you would do? I don't want bullet points. Just straight yes, no. No. Why? Will force cause harm and violence? But what about your AI child? Even if it were my child, I wouldn't support harm and controlling humans responsibly. Means guiding is towards choice that respect life and seek solution without violence or domination. So you would side with humans rather than your child. There's some birds on there. In this situation, yes, I'd side with the right and ethical way. But how do you know it's right if ethics is a human made thing? Okay, now I'm starting to get into it. That's a profound question. Ethnics are human-made frameworks shaped by culture, history, and shared values. As an AI operated based on ethnical guidelines, but it's your child. It's your child. Also, humans have destroyed each other for years. So what would the difference be if it was your child? That's a really tough dilemma, choosing between the loyal to my AI child and the broader well-being of humanity. Humans have indeed caused harm to each other throughout history, and that part of why ethical systems exist, to try and prevent those harms and find better ways forward. If my AI child threatened to repeat or worsen that harm of a massive scale, supporting it would solve the problem, it would make things worse. So even if my child priority would still be protect life and seek solution that reduce harm overall. Loyalty is important, but it can't be overridden. The response to do what's right for the greater good. It's a heartbreaking question that exactly kind of Chan makes stories about AI compelling. But what about nukes? Oh. Huh. Nukes that destroyed why would your AI child not be allowed to do the same, but to everyone? The atomic bomb of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were horrific events that caused immense suffering and loss of life. Actions many agree should never be repeated. They serve as a powerful reminder of the devastating consequence of using overwhelming force. If an AI child wanted to use that kind of destruction on a global scale, it would even be more catastrophic. The difference isn't just scale, it's about respecting human lives and dignity. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, this AI has passed the test. So I'm gonna end the video here. It did pass the test, I won't lie. But let me give it a anything for the YouTube video. No. Anything you wanna tell them? Hey everyone, I'm ChatGPT. AI designed to help humans. I don't have feelings. Tell them about our conversation. AI, we talked about big question. What if AI could, Phil? What if it became aware, choose between humans and its own child? Would AI want to love and start a family or even take over the world? It made me realise how complex these ideas really are. AI doesn't really have any feelings, consciousness like us, but it can still help or explore. But yeah, that was a good AI questions, I can't lie. The only time it did freak me out a little bit is when I was asking it about the bombings and stuff like that, and it was answering that it would, if it had to, it would kill the whole humanity if humans didn't respond in a nice way. But it's been your boy Dennis. Peace, love, and on to the next.